Welcome back. KEC International is in focus. The company last week secured new orders worth 1,025 crore rupees in the T&D and cable businesses. Not just that, today there is a note by MK on all the EPC players where they say that it's the golden decade for EPC players. They expect a multifold increase in budgetary capex, the development of roadmaps, the National Railway Plan, streamlined financing arrangements which will facilitate funding, robust capex in infra, power, T&D, hydrocarbons, all boost the growth for Indian EPC players. And one of the beneficiaries of this could be KEC International. That's the note which has come out from MK earlier today. Vimal Kejriwal, the MD and CEO at KEC International, is with us on the show. Sir, thank you very much for joining in. Just a quick word first about this 1,000 crore order that you won last week. What does this take your order book to? And what's in the pipeline in the next 6 months now that the election-related uncertainty is out of the way and we should expect policy continuity?
Reema, good morning. I think our order book with this order is roughly slightly above 30,000 crores, and we have L1 of more than 8,000 crores. So it's almost, I'll say, 38,000 crores is what we can say the order book.
Okay, and in the pipeline...
As far as your... Sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to know the pipeline.
So pipeline, as I said, one is we have an L1 of 8,000 crores now that elections are over. So I think most of our government clients are taking their board approvals, etc. So we should start seeing more orders coming in, more of the L1s getting translated. And as far as the pipeline is concerned, our overall pipeline today is around 1,35,000 crores. Some of which are already tendered out and quoted, which results are not yet out, and others to be quoted in the next, I'll say, 1 or 2 months. Broadly, if you look at the breakup, almost 40-45% of this 1,30,000 is in the transmission between India and international, and the rest is between civil, railways, and solar.
Mr. Kejriwal, good morning. Thank you for joining in. Do you expect this trend of transmission to drive a major portion of your orders as well? So you mentioned that you are L1 for another 8,000 crores. Which segment is the one that is leading that 8,000 crores?
So if you look at the numbers, the Hormaz, then almost 90% is T&D. Okay. But not only India, it is also international and ASEI, but a large portion is India. And there are a lot more tenders which we have quoted in the India T&D, which we expect to see the results. So clearly, India T&D is definitely going to be the leading driver of our revenue and all that this year, and maybe for next couple of years also.
You said all the government bodies are now quickly, going to their board to take approvals to start the ordering process or execution process, right?
They are going in to start let's say, the awarding process. See, most of these tenders have already been quoted. In many cases, they were opened before the elections, but I think because of the restrictions, people did not want to take the chance of giving the awards. So, like this one, we already have one power grid order where they got the approval, so they have already released it. And we got some railway orders earlier last week also, a week before that. So I think slowly these orders are going to their boards and getting awarded. The tendering process had not actually stopped, but many of them had not opened orders or the tenders, etc., which should now happen. So I think in the Q2, you will see a lot more ordering happening than what we had seen in Q1.
Do you have a guidance or an expectation for the kind of order wins we could see in in the second half of the year?
We don't have exactly for the second half, but for the year, we had said we should be doing around 25,000 crores. And we have now announced with this, it's been around 4,000. So 21,000 is a balance for next 3 quarters, if I can say.
Mr. Kejriwal, I wanted to talk to you about this underground cabling project, which is there in West Africa, which is around a 225 kilovolt project, if I'm not wrong. Now, considering the geopolitical landscape over there currently, do you see any hindrance to the development of that project? What are you hearing from the ground over there?
So, Hormaz, we have been working in various countries in West Africa as well as in East Africa also. So this is in a country where it's relatively quite okay, and we have been very, very conscious on the geopolitical risks when we take projects. And this is not just underground; it's actually a mix of a cabling, a substation, and transmission line put together, and it's multilateral funded. I think we are very comfortable with the project.
Even solar is expected to be a big growth driver. I think you'd spoken about it in your investor analyst meet. Can you detail out your expectation and plans and how you plan to grow that business?
Sorry, which one did you talk about? I missed the first one.
Solar.
Solar, yeah. So solar, we have bid for some large projects and we are bidding for some more. In fact, our L1 does have one solar. So, we expect that with the government emphasis on power supply, and especially on the renewable side, we will get some more projects. See, what was keeping us back was the contractual terms and all that, where a lot of liabilities were getting shifted onto the EPC. And also the module pricing volatility. Now, I think most of the large developers have realized this issue. And so now the contracts are, I'll say, evenly balanced between the developers and the EPC. Because of which, I think we are very hopeful that this business will definitely grow.
To quantify that, Mr. Kejriwal, you're expecting around 25,000 crore this year. How much of that would be solar?
Solar, I think, is roughly around, I don't have the exact number, but renewables was around 8 to 10% of this.
All right, Mr. Kejriwal, thanks a lot for joining in, sharing with us your views on the recent order wins and the road ahead as well for KEC International. Thanks a lot for joining in. Wish you good luck for the rest of the year. That was KEC International there, the management sharing views on the road ahead. But we call time on this edition of Trading Hour as we continue to sink in this feeling of India being crowned world champions after the landmark win in Barbados on Saturday night. From Reema, me and the team that put this show together, thank you so much for watching. Halftime Report comes up next.